Welcome back to No Way Nickels, man. What's up? My content's for educational purposes only. Can't stress enough for you guys to do your own research. Praise my content. In the areas you find, throw in the comments. None of us have been alive long enough to know all that transpired in the past, and none of us can live long enough to know all there is to learn. Alright, man. So, topic came in my mind on my way home from my 9 to 5. And the question is, have you discovered your purpose yet? Do you realize why you're even here? Why you're alive at this point in time? Do you question yourself as to why you put your energy, attention, and focus into the things that you put them into? Do you realize, well, let me slow down. Who's the author of your story? And if you can't answer that, let me help you out. Whether you know it or not, you're writing your own story directly from your subconscious mind. You know, are you the program manager of your subconscious? Because that's basically what regulates your life. You know, so you can't allow for the TV to program it. You can't allow for the music you listen to program it. You know, especially if it's not high vibrational. You can't allow your peers or those who you surround yourself with or allow yourself to be surrounded by to program it. You know, all these things matter, man. You know, have you identified who you are and, more importantly, who you're not? You know, it's just excuse me, something that I thought about on the way home, and I felt it was important to put on the channel because what I realized through the many people that I encounter, you know, a lot of us have put our attention, our focus, and our energy into things that really don't mean nothing or matter at the end of the day. You know, because the fact is, it's only, you know, a very small portion of things, excuse me, that you'll be able to take with you when this avatar cease to exist. You know, and I'm not coming from a religious position. I'm coming from a spiritual position. You know, the fact just is that, you know, when you understand who and what you really are, and you're able to identify via the characteristics that you embody. You know, the character that you embody, how you present yourself, you know, the level of respect you have for yourself and others. The humble nature that you may embody, but know how to, you know, switch caps and embody whatever energy is necessary for the circumstance that you are facing. You know, um, the development of emotional intelligence. You know, it's a lot of things that we tend to throw our energy, attention, and focus into, but you know, at the end of the day, how much of it is really going to make a difference? You know, that's something you need to ask yourself. You know, um, especially if you find yourself, you know, around a whole bunch of people or involved in a whole lot of activities, yet you're not fulfilled on an internal level. You know, because that's everything. You know, as within, so without. You know, and as above, so below. You know, and even in that one saying, you have to understand, you know, in having you need to have an understanding of the unseen as well as the other realms of existence. Um, because, and that's only important because, you know, a lot of us focus on the tangible, but that doesn't encapsulate all of what reality is. You know, sure, you know that's what some would love for you to believe, or love for you to continue to believe. But you gotta understand the society we live in or were born into was taken. You know, and if you know, like I always say, history is best qualified through research. And if you know anything about true world history, the captors always call the shots. Not the captors, but the conquerors. By way of the merit of them winning the war, the battle, whatever the case. You know, all the spoils of war come along. That's just part of what, you know, comes along with the spoils of war. You being able to dictate what goes on and rewrite anything that you're not in agreement with or you don't want those that you've conquered to know going forward. So, you know, that's only important because we're victims of that. You know, a lot of the things that I talk about and a lot of the information that I share, you know, I'm pretty sure they would love for none of us to have discovered it or remembered it. You know, because all knowledge don't come from books. You know, but back to my original statement in this video, man. It's important for us all to spend time with ourselves, to get to know ourselves, on the various levels that we exist. You know, seek to understand self on such a level that you can't help but to stumble upon your purpose for existing. You know, why the trajectory of your life went the way it went. You know, why were you tried and taken through so much turmoil? What were you being prepared for? You know, what do you really, or do you even entertain the thoughts of why you incarnated? Because we were all souls prior to incarnating into this avatar. You know, Earth is a school, a testing ground, you know, for the evolution of your soul and for you to possibly pay past life karma, or to get right in this lifetime what you didn't get right in the previous. And to evolve to your highest potential. Last and most importantly, to fulfill your soul contract or contracts. There may be multiple things that you agreed to do in this lifetime. And these are the things that's going to matter. These are some of the things that's going to matter. Yeah, of course, you know, we having a human experience. So it's absolutely meant for you to have fun and experience enjoyment, abundance, all the emotions, and to master those emotions. ETC. You know, it's not all up, you know, a lot of people, it's like, and before I even say this, I mean, like, I ain't judging nobody for how they choose to live their life. I just know certain facts, you know, and a lot of what I observe, even in myself, you know, because again, the things, I'm not one of the kind of guys that'll sit on, you know, a platform and point my finger at everybody, well, you do this or you need to do that. Ain't about that, you know, because ain't none of us perfect. You know, long before I established this platform, I had to dissect who and what I am and eradicate some fucked up behaviors and, appetites, you know, etc. I had to get my shit together. And that's an ongoing process because as life we know is cyclical or cyclical, whichever way you want to pronounce it, you complete one cycle to start yet another, you know. And then sometimes when you complete cycles, you get tested to see if you actually learned the lesson from the previous cycle, you know. So if you was wondering why you keep going through the same shit, same type circumstances, or you keep experiencing the same kind of energies with different faces, have you extracted the lesson? Have you really done any of the internal construction that's necessary in order for evolution to occur? Are you even focused on evolving? Or are you complacent and content with doing what you've done for however long you've been doing whatever you're doing? You know, these are all things that, I can't answer for y'all. If you're watching this, only you can answer these questions, man. You know, but the way where we are at in existence, you know, and where things are, you know, cosmically, you know, it's time that we stop being, pawns in this game of life. And we start commanding our thoughts, thus commanding our actions, to create what it is we desire for self at the expense of any onlookers, jaw jackers, or people that got a fucked up lawn trying to judge yours, how you manicured yours. Who gives a fuck what somebody else got to say? Especially when they ain't doing what the fuck they need to be doing for themselves. But they got a mouth full of shit to say about what you doing. Pay that shit no mind, y'all. Keep the focus on yourself, you know what I mean, and those under your charge. Develop a thick layer of skin, figuratively, yet literally, and realize what it is that you're looking at when you place your gaze on something or when you turn your attention to something. Understand that a lot of, nothing has life that you don't give it. Then you gotta also understand that a lot of people are still hurting. A lot of people, are so bogged down by the baggage that they carry. A lot of people have yet to do their internal work. So either it be they see things in you that they wish they embodied, or they see certain light in you that irritates, the unsubdued demons running wild within them, or they're triggered by certain things that you do because they see it also, they know it exists within them, and they have yet to deal with it. They have yet to dissect and dismantle the parts of themselves that they can't stand. It's a multitude of reasons, but none of them should live rent free in your head. You got time, to stop what it is, to stop your journey, to placate somebody else's bullshit, feelings, whatever, you know. So, you know, to conclude this short video, uh, if I could make any recommendations or give any encouragement, I would say the following, man. You know, and if the shoe don't fit, don't try to squeeze it on your motherfucking feet. You get coins like that. You dig what I'm saying? But you know, focus on yourself, man. You know, do what's necessary for you to be happy, irrespective of your significant other, because that's a personal thing. You know, only thing somebody else can do is either enhance or detract from what's already there. You know, they can't create it within you. You know, and also understand that a lot of what we've been taught, if not all, has either been half truths and whole lies, largely distorted, or completely switched around. You know, why would the people that have dominion over you give you what's necessary in order for you to empower yourself? And lastly, man, stop being ruled by money, man. The same motherfucker you get the power to feed you can also starve you. And the main thing about this money shit is, you know, keep in mind, man, we in an upgraded state of slavery. All these big ass corporations and all these, you know, outlets to fame and fortune. They ain't nothing but the new plantations, man. I've said this before. You know. So don't allow nobody to control you based off of some money. You know. Find out where your integrity lies. You know. Develop a constitution, commit to it, and stand 10 toes down. And with that being said, man, I done said enough. Y'all be easy. Catch y'all on the next one.